I want to tell you something that might seem strange at first. The most useful thing I've ever learned about building cultural confidence in a workplace, I didn't learn in diversity training. I learned it in a therapy room, sitting across from two people who genuinely loved each other and genuinely couldn't stop hurting each other. And the thing that changed their relationship is the same thing that changes teams. After 20 years as a licensed marriage and family therapist, I've sat with hundreds of couples in conflict. And what I've noticed consistently is that the breakdown almost never happens because people don't care. It happens because they don't feel safe enough to be honest, because the stakes feel too high to admit what they don't know, because they've learned through experience that being vulnerable in this relationship leads to pain. So they perform. They say things that keeps the peace instead of the thing that's actually true. They nod when they should be asking questions. They bury the tension instead of working through it. Sound familiar? That dynamic plays out in teams, in training rooms, in organizational cultures every single day. People who actually want to grow, who actually want to connect across cultural differences, they stay silent because they don't know if it's safe to get it wrong. The skill they need isn't more information, it's the same thing struggling couples need, a set of conditions under which honesty and curiosity can become possible. In my clinical work, I've identified three conditions that consistently make relational growth possible, and all three translate directly into how organizations build cultural confidence. The first is psychological safety. Not manufactured positivity, actual safety. The feeling that asking a genuine question, even an imperfect one, won't result in judgment or punishment. In a relationship, this is built through consistency over time. In an organization, it's built through leadership modeling it first. The second is curiosity as a value. In couples counseling, the turning point almost always comes when one person shifts from defending their position to genuinely wanting to understand the other person's experience. Not to agree, not to concede, to understand. That shift changes everything. The same shift is available in cross cultural professional relationships, but it requires intentional cultivation. It doesn't just happen. The third is a repair pathway. Every relationship, personal or professional, will have ruptures, cultural missteps, clumsy moments, assumptions that surface in ways that can cause harm. The organizations that build genuine cultural competence aren't the ones where nothing goes wrong. They're the ones where people know how to repair it when it does. I teach couples this, and I teach organizations this. The framework is remarkably similar. I want to be direct with you about something. The professionals who are most effective across cultural differences, the ones who build the deepest trust, who can have the hardest conversations, who show up with genuine curiosity and genuine humility, they're not the ones with the most training hours. They're the ones who understand that this is fundamentally a relational skill, not just an informational one. And relational skills are built the same way in a marriage as they are in an organization, through practice, through repair, through commitment to curiosity, even when, especially when it's uncomfortable. That's what I've spent 20 years learning in therapy rooms, and that's what I bring into every training I run. If you lead a team or training program and this resonates, I'd love to connect. Subscribe here for more of this. And if you want a practical starting point, I put together a cultural confidence playbook. The link is below. This work is possible. I've seen it. Let's do it right.